I carried a pack, and I lived the free life of a rover. From the Murray Green Basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, the country said, son, there's no time for roving, there's work to be done. They gave me a tin hat, they gave me a gun, and they marched me away to the war. And the band, it played Waltzing Matilda as our ships pulled away from the quay. Amidst all the cheers, the flag waving and tears, we sailed off to Gallipolli. How well I remember that terrible day when our blood stained the sand and the water. How in that hell they called Sula Bay, we were butchered like lambs to the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was ready, he primed himself well, showered us with bullets and rained us with shells, and in 10 minutes flat we were blown to hell. Nearly blew us back home to Australia. And the band, it played Waltzing Matilda as we stopped to bury the dead. We buried ours and the Turks buried theirs, and we started all over again.
Vietnam, on patrol with Whisky Company 4R, New Barrier. Just out on the paddy field here, you see the ABC personnel carriers and the Centurion tanks. We're all wearing helmets on one of these patrols, we don't usually do that. There's Ralph King, the old Foreign Legionnaire. That's my old mate Frank, who's an Australian. Ralph Samari. There's some of the Maori. No, that's one of the machine gunners, I think. Here we are. We've just got a call to go to a village that's being done over by the North Vietnamese. Their villagers are leaving because they've just slaughtered all the top people, cut their throats, about 7 or 8 of them, I believe. We're just sitting outside this little village waiting to go in. Now we're just doing, we've been in, we're just coming back, and we're patrolling around the area on top of the APC. I'm there as artillery liaison, calling down if they get any trouble, a few shells to help us out. Over the APC, see how they go through that mud there with great fun. There I am, hat off, looking a bit younger there. 21 I think. There's our machine gunner with his having a feed before we go out on patrol. Just about to leave. Got his M60 there, machine gun. There's some of the boys sitting around before we go out on patrol again. This is back at Nui Dat, just sitting around the tents. It's luxurious there, you see all the nice sandbags. We've got their war paint on. There I am. That's one of the old Maoris, tough guy. This is one of the shows they put on for the troops. I'm not sure who was there. I think it might have been Yvonne Barrett sitting in front of the makeshift stage. Oh, there's one of these snakes. This is back Nui Dat later on a muddy day. It's an old Mark V International. This is back at Nui Dat. There's one of these crate snakes. They reckon they call them cigarette snakes because you've got 5 minutes to live if they bite you. There's some of the artillery boys back at one of the units. These are the Americans next door with their big 155 self-propelled guns, well sandbagged in. That was next door to 104 battery, I think. This is driving to Vung Tau in a convoy one day. Or are we? No, actually that's I was going out on the Land Rover on some nice little missions around some of the local towns. There's protection parties, so I took that advantage to take a bit of a movie. Some of these places being blown up by who knows what. Viet Cong, I suppose. This is just crossing over the big dam. This is the outskirts of Barea, just outside of Nui Dat, in between Nui Dat and Vung Tau. There's some barbed wire bridges, so I think they've just blown it up not long ago, so it wasn't very effective. I don't know what river that was even. So we stopped for a while. We're taking one of the guns back to Vung Tau to be fixed. There's some of the ARVN, as they used to call the Vietnamese, South Vietnamese Army. Just passing some American helicopters, big daddies as they used to call them. There we are in Vung Tau. Just doing a bit of shopping. Some mate of mine. I think this is, we dropped in at the Bagco Club. And these are the long greens, the hills outside of Nui Dat. This is just taken from Barea, I think. Looks a pretty good little tropical scene. It was hot all the time. Hot and sticky. There's some little kids. Cute little tackers. There's a boy, he's driving his oxen, having a bit of fun. This is at a fire support base. I'm not sure which one it was. There's some, all having a shower. This is back in Nui Dat. Is it? No, it wasn't, sorry. We're off riding again. That's Nui Dat. That's the airfield there. Big American guns going by again. There they are, self-propelled guns. There's some of the Kiwis and the green berets. I think this was Yvonne Barrett, see it? That's my old mate Smithy, the Kiwi. He finally went to, oh, this is Stretch. He just trod on the mine and killed himself, unfortunately. There's a fire support base here. We're digging in there. The infantry all around the battery of guns. And then we patrol from the central position. There's an artillery dugout, so the command post or something like that. This is in the rubber plantation where the infantry boys are. This is the artillery, 104 battery. Some of the old boys from Brisbane. One of the gunners having a bit of rest. between fire missions, riding home to girlfriends and lovers. That's one of the 105mm howitzers. There's 6 of those in a battery for a pretty big shell. I think they fired 40,000 rounds in Vietnam in a battery. This is back at the fire support base, and I'd go forward with the Whisky company, one of the platoons, and if I had a contact with the enemy, I'd call that bunch of artillery, and they smarten the enemy up. We dropped these guns in with big daddies. There's poor old Stretch, we bought it, treading on a mine. He was in the infantry, Whisky company. We were just coming back from looking over the guns. I was just showing them. I used to get bulldozers to come in and dig this. This is one of the infantry mortars. They have a little section of mortars next to the guns for extra protection, close range support. There's Smithy again. There's a Scottish sergeant in Whisky company. So there's me digging my trench, getting it down quick, and someone taking a bit of a tug. There I am again. My war paint on, out on patrol. We're in a stick somewhere, I'm not sure where. Near Long Bin, I think it was. There we are, all set with our gear out on patrol. Really muggy and hot. Had to wear all those to protect. There's Ralph Kinney. See how soaking wet he is with sweat? He was out on a patrol. See all the bamboo you had to wade through? Used to carry about 90 pounds on your back with swags of bullets for the M16 grenades and radios and things. There's Smithy. That's a Whisky company. 4R. That's it, folks. Back home to us.
How in that hell they called Sula Bay. We were butchered like lambs to the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was ready, he primed himself well. Showered us with bullets and rained us with shells. And in 10 minutes flat, we were blown to hell. Nearly blew us back home to Australia.